For the second section, for Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, there are two options in the right hand. Either you can play the melody, and I can go over that here in the video. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Or you can also just play an F major chord here for the first 2 bars, and then you're going to play an E minor chord for the next 2 bars. So either one of those are going to work. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll play an F in the left hand. So as the left hand does that F squidgies boogie pattern for 2 bars, the right hand could just play this F inversion here. So you can pulse it however you want to. Then the next part, there's going to be an E minor here in the right hand, and actually we'll just switch here to your left hand really quickly because we're going to be doing a squidgies boogie in the left hand. So it's going to feel exactly like the C, except obviously it sounds different. So white, white, black, white right there in the middle. So E, echo up at the top, skip over the F. Your pattern starts on G, just walk up white, white, black, white. Okay, so that's the chunk of notes that you're going to use for the E cage chord, or E boogie left hand. Okay, so to put that together, it would be, you will get a sentimental feeling when you hear. That would be the end of that first section. Now, if you do want to play the melody in the right hand, though, just talk about what that looks like. So for the first part, remember how I said you could play an F there if you are just playing chords? Well, let's actually do that, except let's use fingers 2 and 4 to play the F and the A. And then we're going to come up and down, a little bit like Für Elise, if you've played that one. Also 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to the C now. Walk up that F and that A. So you're walking up that F chord. And then you finish on the B and you just play out the E chord walking down and walking up. Okay, so let's just show you that one more time. Make sure you've got this F inverted position starting on finger number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going down to the bottom of the chord, walking it out. Now finger 5 takes over on the B, walk down the E minor chord and walk back up. And you do that on the beat. So this is tricky. If this is too hard for you, just go and play the chords, okay? But basically the left hand, because it's playing 8th notes, the right hand will just play on the beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's 2 Fs in the left hand, and you've gotten through the melody in the right hand. Now you would move to the E, and it's going to be the exact same thing. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're rock solid in the squidgies left hand there on F and on E, right there. And then also that this melody in the right hand is exact. And then it's just a matter of playing together, left, together, left, together, left, together. And you have to stick with the pattern, otherwise you're going to find that some notes sound weird and then it's going to throw you off. But it doesn't sound bad when it's played at tempo. Sounds great. So don't get hung up on individual notes not matching, so to speak, okay? Stick with the pattern. Now, the second section of that middle part goes like this. Voices singing, let's be jolly. Okay, now actually, let's start that on finger number 4. So previously we were here on this C, F, A. So let's just move finger number 4 here to the C. The melody, similar to what we compared to Für Elise before there. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again. Just down to the A, walking up, to the, and then we're going to end on the D, but the left hand is there going to join in. So I'm going to cut it off just before the D because that's a different left hand. Okay, so for voices singing Let's Be Jolly, the first the first chord in the left hand is an A minor 7. See, here's your A minor chord, and there's the 7th. So we are just going to go voices singing with the A minor 7. Then we're going to move to a D7. So F is sharp right there, play the C. Let's be jolly, and then move the thumb up to the D. Deck the hall with boughs of holly. So that's just 5 fingers over 5 white notes right there. Very, very easy to do. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's just look at that A minor chord here one more time. So it's 4 beats in the right hand with the A and 4 beats in the right hand with the D. 1, 2, 3, 4, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then from there you walk down the hand and walk back up to the middle and end on the bottom. So you're going to go deck and play that nice and staccato, short and detached. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. All right, so that should be fairly straightforward. Just walking down from the top of the hand to the thumb back to the middle and end down on your G. Then right there you have to get back into your cage chord, back down onto your C because you're going to do another rockin' around the Christmas tree on the 1. So 2 on the 1s there, 5, and again, 2 more times. In the, there's the G. And yeah, so there actually we're going to cut that short. Instead of the 5th G there, so we did twice on the 1, we're going to do 4 times on the G. Now, when we get to that, what would be the 5th time on the G, that just changes slightly here. We're going to play just the G. And the way I like to do that here is to play the G with the pinky, so together, and then echo in the left hand, the octave. Now we're going to move up here to the G sharp. So together, and then the left hand echoes together on the A, and then together on the B. So you've got that walk up G, G sharp, A, and B. You can do a slide there in the hand, in the right hand. Did you notice that I played the 3 and then I just slid that up to the 4 so that you end up still with your pinky there on the C, because now the left hand will continue to play that squidgy spoogie. The right hand can once again play a cage chord. Now there's a little swap in there. So when I'm pulsing in the right hand, what I'm doing is I'm just bringing the thumb up there to the F, G, and C. I won't get into the theoretical reasons of why that's sounds good or is necessary, but we'll just do that. We'll leave it for now. It's a 5 chord. You can do that as many times as you want. I would say 2 or 3 times. And then when you finish with a cage chord here, and in the left hand, go ahead and play the B flat with a C. You could also just play the octave. It sounds fine. But if you do the B flat, it sounds just that little bit more bluesy. And so what you're going to do there, you put your foot on the pedal, and then we're going to, this is optional. So you could just end it just like that. But if you have played Billy at the Footy, and there was the ending there, we're going to do something like that, except we're going to offset the left hand a little bit. So it's going to be left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, and then finish off by playing that C, B flat. You can play the E, C. You could also add in the G with the right hand thumb. Tuck that under there. It's kind of a nice way to finish that section there. Okay. So just to review then, after that middle section, you're going, the part where you're playing the F and the E, followed by the A7 chord, the D7 chord, We're going to walk down there in this G position. You're back to the cage chords. You're going to do that twice on C, 4 times on the G. I made an error there in the video. Anyway, 4 times on the G, and the 5th time would be new, old fashioned, and back into your cage chords with the squidgies. Now, if you don't want, if that's too complicated to add that in, just keep it. See, you don't really have to go up there to the F, but if on the pulse you want to go up to the F, it does sound good. And that's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.